Tanks in the rack and the dawn coming up. Coffee in a paper cup. Captain points past the harbor wall. First sight's close, then we'll make the call. We roll out slow where the swell lies low. Suit zipped high in the air, tanks full. Buddy checked twice, then the ladder clears. Salt on the mask and the engine in our ears. At the first reef we drop through green. 30 feet down and the water turns clean. A ray lifts off from the sand below. You look at me like one more reef before we go. Gauge still good and the weather holds. Sun on the water, current running slow. Back on the boat before we know. You grin and say, one more reef before we go. One more place that the tide might show. Load the tanks and turn her slow. One more reef before we go. Side by side where the kelp lines sway. Check the time, then we make our way. If the air is right and the captain says so. One more reef before we go. Second drop starts by a rocky wall. Sea lions circle, then they're gone. We follow the ledge where the shadows run, keeping the reef on our left as planned. You find an octopus tucked in tight, changing from rust into speckled white. Computer beeps and we both agree. Time to turn back toward the mooring line.
Slow ascent and the bubbles rise.
3 at 15 beneath the sky.